Hi, you're watching The Tattooed Psychic. I am The Tattooed Psychic. I hope you're doing okay today. I thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button and all of that. But today I wanted to make a video to talk about the state of the world for a minute, the state of the United States anyway, where I live, and kind of check in with people and see how they're doing. As you know, we've had a lot of mass shootings in the United States. I think I heard 199 shootings in the past 100 and something days this year. Yeah, that's a shooting every day, plus some. Mass shootings. And you have to look at this and go, what is going on with people's mental state that they just pull up in a shopping center and get out of their car and just start shooting children and mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters and killing them. It's crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy. And as a healer, sometimes I kind of look at the world and go, what the hell is going on? Because it's clearly something's happening energetic-wise, right? Mentally. I don't understand the purpose of these shooters. And I don't understand why they're doing this, what's going on. It makes no sense what's going on in America right now. And I'm not a political person, right? But I do look at energy. And our government is not doing well, and hatred is spread like wildfire, mass shootings, homeless are taking over, criminals in Washington State basically run this state. We have no real government in Washington State. I hate to tell people that, but it's true. And it's crazy. The world has gone mad. And I look at spirit and go, this is why healers become hermits and isolate and just move away, because it's just so overwhelming to live in this world when all you want to do is give love and compassion and learn your lessons and be a part of a good community. But now, you know, we're programmed to live in fear, to not go outside, to not go to the malls. I won't go to these places anyway because of that. I don't live in fear, but I don't do well in mass energy, you know. I don't like to go to big venues because the energy is just overwhelming for me sometimes. And some people are like that, and it's okay. But I still try to get out into community and do things, you know. I'm not going to live in complete fear. But I will say that I don't blame people for not going places anymore, especially in downtown Seattle. Massive businesses are shutting down, independent business people, because Seattle government, the council has just allowed criminals and drug addicts to take over. They just have. And nobody feels safe going down there. I talk to my friends and I talk to people in my community, and they won't go downtown Seattle anymore. No, not too many people do. And if you're a tourist, just be very careful. That's all I have to say. I mean, it's not a safe city. And so when you walk around and you live in this world and you're a healer and you see all these things, and that's all the news talks about: another mass shooting, another parent killed a child, another kid killed himself because of bullying. I mean, it's overwhelming, right? So how do you function? How do you keep going? And this morning I was asking Spirit that, like, I'm so exhausted. I have allowed this energy to take over and start self-sabotaging my own life again. And I catch myself going off balance when I see all this stuff. And it is really up to us to get back into balance, right? Now, I give readings, and my readings are pretty blunt. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I don't have a 1, 2, 3 answer for you, because that's not how Spirit works. I don't do love readings because nobody listens to those anyway. They just want to hear what they want to hear on that. But my readings are geared to get you on your path, and get you to understand your life purpose and get you on that path, right? Get you to survive your trauma, get you to understand your spirit guides, how to work with spirit so you can be the best person you can be. Whether you're a healer or not, it doesn't matter to me. As long as you are working towards getting to be the best you can be and understanding how it all works, right? Like, I know a lot of people come to me and they want 1, 2, 3 answer because of that connection with spirit, but that's not how spirit works. And spirit doesn't work that way in the rest of the world either, right? We have to bring spirit in. We have to understand how it works. We have to understand ourselves. We have to heal our trauma. We have to do the brain work. We have to do the cellular work. We have to do the meditations. And if you're not ready for all of that, then you're going to have a harder journey, because to survive this planet you have to take care of yourself, especially if you're a healer. And part of being a healer is taking care of that spirit so it doesn't get too damaged by this world. And that is you building community, doing your work, being healthy about it, not being hypocritical about it. And when I say that, I mean that I see a lot of healers out there, just wanting to do readings and wanting to heal people and all of that, but their life is a chaotic mess. And I was one of them at one time. And I understand this now. We're at a time where we have to be whole within ourselves before we go out there and start healing others, right? So that's why I've committed to the healing my own self, right? And my own trauma that was so deep in me. I ignored it for years and put Band-Aid after Band-Aid after drum circle after, healer after healer, heal that childhood trauma, blah, 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 till I was so sick of it. But really realizing it was deeper than that. It was deeper than the physical trauma I had as a child and the mental and the, spiritual trauma as a child. It was in my DNA, it was in my cellular structure, all this stuff, and I had to clean it out, and it's, people say, they don't want to do the work. And you gotta do the work. And that's how it's done. Plain and simple. There's your 1, 2, 3 answer. That's how it's done. You gotta feed the mind, body, and spirit. 1, 2, 3. There you go. And you have to figure out what works for you. But when you are a healer in this world and you see all these things and the world is coming at you with negativity, you have to be the one that's the light. And that's what makes us spirit warriors, right? We have to stand in our true self. We have to stand in our ground. We have to be our authentic self at all times. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And in order to be our authentic self, sometimes you have to pull away from people and hermit so you can just download messages. So you can, that's what I do. I hermit, and then I'm like, okay, spirit, tell me what I need to do. And then I download. And I'll be honest, sometimes I'm lazy about spirit work. Sometimes I let this energy of the world bring me to a point where I'm like, what is going on? Why am I even bothering? But the more work the more layers I peel back on myself and the power of the mind and the power of the brain, the less frequently that happens. The more I realize, you know what, I don't have to feel this way because I can choose to feel this way, right? But I've been taught to feel this way so the world can control my power, my light, dim my light, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. When you see those really powerful spiritual people walk around and they're just so full of light, it's because they've done the work. They've done the work. And it ain't easy to survive here, trust me. I know it ain't. It breaks my heart when I hear of these stories. Mass shootings, innocent people losing their mothers and their fathers. This last one was a doozy, in Allen, Texas, or at the Allen Mall, I'm sorry, in Texas. And I think there was a shooting in Allen, Texas too. I can't remember, but Allen Outlet. It's, I can't keep track of them all, but I heard the story of a mother who got shot protecting her son, and she died, and a man went to help the son, and the poor little boy was covered in blood and talking about his mother. Something was wrong with his mother. And that's intense. That's trauma for that kid for the rest of his life. And there's a million, thousands of stories like that in America where, kids can't go to school, kids can't go to the mall. I don't know. Kids can't go to the movie theater, church. I mean, you can't go anywhere, It's crazy. McDonald's, Walmart. What is going on, right? And as a healer, you feel helpless sometimes because you want to make a change and you're just like, man, I'm just one person. How can I change this? Well, I asked Spirit that this morning. You know what they said? Make a video, get out there, do your work, and be the light. Change how you're feeling about it. And that's all you can do is turn darkness, in a world full of darkness, turn on your light. So the world, that pocket of world that you're in, that you go out to today, it radiates to all those who see it. And that's all you can really do is honor your life. And that's the truth. When you think about the world, right? I'm not going to be able to change the city council in Seattle. I know that. That's all pre-planned. I don't believe our votes really matter that much, to be honest, because I just look at the system as really corrupt, right? I see what happened to this city and nobody does anything, and I just go, yeah, this isn't, this is a corrupt system. There's something wrong here, very wrong here. And nobody seems to do anything, so you can get upset about it, or you can just say, you know what, that's actually not my issue. It really isn't. All I can do is be the light in my city that is so dark. Right? That's it. I could vote and hope for the best, but I can't get mad when my vote doesn't matter. And I can't get mad when my vote didn't win. When Hillary and Trump did that, like I said, I'm not a political person, but I look at the energy and I found it interesting because I knew Trump was going to win. I think a lot of psychics did who read the energy, because logically it makes sense, right? When you're living in a world full of hate and producing hate, and the energy is just hate, 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 the only outcome that can be is the hate. The hate will win. I promise you. The energy that you feed will win. Like if we started feeding everyone love and and our presidents came at us with love and wanting to make change, and our city council came together really caring about the city and the people in it, and the love, and worried, we don't want criminals to run the city, and we have plenty of money. Let's give affordable housing to people, so they're not on the streets. You know what I mean? That's common sense, right? Duh. That's what you do when you care about people. But the truth of the matter is, most people just care about money. Most people in politics just care about money and control, and there's nothing you can do about that. Healers, we're more detached from money and control. We want to build community. So you're living in these two different crazy worlds, right? And you have to somehow find the light. And you have to understand that you can't change the outcome of anything except your own life. That's it. Spirit once taught me, if you're listening to the podcast, you stretch your arms out, and this is your palm, right? You control nothing past this point. This is what I control in the entire world, is this space around me. Who I am, what I'm doing. Crazy stuff, huh? So when you look at the world that way, it becomes easier because you realize you can't control anything but yourself. Who you are and what you want and what you demand out of life. It's easy to become a hermit. I did it for years. And I know some of you have too. It's easy to isolate. It's so funny that so many people are so lonely in this world, and the world is full of people. That's how detached we are. We're so afraid of each other, aren't we? So as a healer, what do? I ask that all the time. What do I do? I'm an empath, healer, psychic, medium. I got a lot of energy going on here. And Spirit told me this morning, just be your light. Be the light. Like Matisse Yahoo says, be the light. He's great, by the way. If his music. If you ever want inspiration and spiritual, loving, amazing music, listen to him. Matisse Yahoo, he's amazing. But you've got to be the light. It's true. In the world of dark, that's all you can do. So let's draw some cards and see if we've missed anything, who we can work with this week, or whenever you're hearing this or listening to this, who you can work with, what energy you can draw upon. But I just wanted to reach out today and remind you all, the world is crazy right now, especially in the United States, and the rest of the world too, with war. And I mean, just the other day I met a Ukraine man, and him and his husband came here a few months ago from Ukraine, and they were married in another country, of course, because Ukraine, it's not legal, and they came here, and I'm like, what a hero, what a heroic act to leave your family and stuff to create and save your life, to have the life you want with your husband. And I mean, you've got, the world is nuts. We need to let people just love. It's so weird to me that people who are loving, I don't care who you love as long as you're loving, right? That's just my thing. The universe is all about love, the God, spirit, whatever is love, right? And it doesn't matter who you love as long as you're loving. And the world wants to take away their rights to love. What? But it's okay to hate. Hate all day long. But if you love, we're going to make it illegal. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, and we got to navigate through this. So I'm with you, healers. And anyone who's not a healer, who's just a positive, loving person and wants to see the world change, that you're a healer too, really, honestly. But it's like, I feel you. It's hard to navigate through here. It is, because you want happiness and love, and it's in a world of what the hell is going to happen next, right? We don't know. Food prices are up. Housing prices are up, but our wage is not up. People are struggling. There are so many working homeless. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's why people are getting shot and killed. People are losing their minds. And we've got to bring it together. And we've got to start being the light. Oh my gosh. And we've got to make change. And if that means a massive overhaul, that's what we got to do. But it's got to start with you. You can't control the President of the United States. You cannot. You cannot control your partner. You cannot control your children. You cannot control anybody, really. And the more you try, the more frustrated you're going to find yourself. You can discipline your children and you can guide them and teach them for sure. But if you think you're going to, control your children and dictate every aspect of their life and they're going to be happy and you're going to be happy, it's not going to happen. You can't do it. People need to find their path. And we need to be the light in that path. You understand what I'm saying? I hope all that made sense. So I'm just going to pull some cards before I go to work. And today I've got to readjust some of my energy too. I also realize I need to go to the desert, so I'm going to look at that today. I got some paid time off. White Eagle. One day I'll tell you the story of me and White Eagle. But White Eagle, ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound can be healed now. Now listen, this card has come up a lot, and I've been doing a lot of ancestral healing. And if you watch my videos, my last podcast was about call on your ancestors, and I believe in that. I believe that many of us are healing those ancestral wounds. And remember earlier in this episode, I was talking about I had to go deep, and it was beyond just my childhood trauma. It was a deeper trauma for me. So our ancestors are with us, and even in this crazy time, right, in this world, our ancestors are with us. I promise you. I promise you, Spirit is here. Your Spirit wants me to tell you that too. They promise they're working with those of you who are calling on them. But sometimes this world does get to us. It does, and it tunes out their voice. They operate on a different energy level than we do. But we have to bring ourselves back up to that vibration and realize we can do this. Trust me, mamas and brothers and sisters and papas. If I can do it, you can too. And then we have, I don't even know how to say this name. I've never really seen this. Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. Yes, more inner study is now required for further progress. I don't even know what to say, because that's what we're talking about. You've got to get in there and learn. Inner study. That's what I've been doing for months now, and it's really helping me evolve spiritually. And man, leave in the comments if you want to hear about how to do cellular work, reprogramming the brain, that type of thing. Or if you have questions about that, because I'm telling you, this is so crazy. I'm getting emotional a little bit because Spirit is so powerful. Because this morning when I got up, before I even made this video, I was feeling off. And Spirit said it's just because you've been watching the news and paying attention to what's going on, because I had to. I want to see where the world is so I know how to navigate through it. And that's, as healers, we have to know what's going on. Doesn't mean we obsess on it, but it hurt me. And it brought me down a lower level because I was pained by everything, you know. It's just so sad to me that I live in this world like this. It doesn't have to be like this. My God, all we have to do is love each other and help each other. And we just don't, and it just, wow, it's overwhelming. But you have to get to the core of all of your studies and realize we can rise above once we use that energy that the universe is giving us, like handing us right now. They're just saying, here, take your ancestors, they're going to heal that wounds, those ancestral wounds. And my family, it runs deep. My family is messed up, and we got to heal those. And White Eagle, ancestor spirit. White Eagle is one of the most powerful guides that is given to us, because White Eagle connects with spirit and the earth. Gives us the balance of the two. One more card, they say. One more. Someone needs to hear this. Diana, she's been with us for a while now. If you watch the videos. Focused intentions. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. Thank you, Great Spirit. I needed that too. Thank you so much. When we get off our path, we have to remember the greatness. You guys, we just have to remember the greatness. And it's hard when, like I said, we're navigating in a world of... So, my suggestion for you today, if you're trying to navigate through this craziness in the world, the mass shootings, the negativity, you're struggling in a relationship, you're struggling at work, man, get into doing a morning meditation, reprogramming the cellular structure, and understanding it's easier than it's said than done. But once you start getting in the flow of it, it just starts to become a daily thing for you. It becomes easier and easier. Just like it was easy for you to go into hermit mode, self-isolate, self-sabotage, because you've had so much practice at it. Once you practice at feeling abundant, being successful, being the light in the world of dark, it becomes a natural part of your life. Spirit. That's from Aliana. Thank you, Aliana. Aliana is going to speak more. She's awesome. Sacred contract. Here we go. Covenant. That's where we are. We're at a time where we got to honor our sacred contract. This is it, folks. You're alive and breathing. You got to get out there and make a change. That's all you got to do. Get out there and do it. All right, I got to get going to work. I love you all. Thank you for listening to The Tattooed Psychic. If you'd like a reading with me, readingswithfaye@gmail.com. And remember, take a deep breath today. Do a quick meditation. Joe Dispenza has a 15-minute morning meditation. It's really intense and powerful. Jason Stevenson on YouTube. These are all on YouTube. They're all free. He's an amazing, that's the main person I use for my meditations, is Jason Stevenson. He's amazing. He has so many videos out. He's great. Get out there. YouTube has many great tarot readers who do, your astrology tarot. Get on there and listen. Maybe you can hear a message from them. Dove and Serpent Tarot is one I listen to a lot. He's amazing, and he always dresses nice. He's very professional. He's an awesome reader. And I suggest, I've never gotten a reading with him except watching his videos. He's great. But I just suggest you get out there and work it, Find the things that work for you. And don't be afraid to share other healers, What I learned in the spiritual community is they don't promote each other. And I'm here to promote other healers. So if you're an herbalist, a reader, If you want to host a podcast with me, whatever, man. Let's get together and build community and make it work. You know what I mean? Let's do this. So I love you all. Have a beautiful day. Remember to walk in beauty. Catch yourself if you're falling. Because, honey, you got to be your own hero. Love you all. God bless you. Be the love you want to see in the world.